guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, all that fun stuff that you always hear on YouTube. As I say in every single video, it really does help. I promise. So what am I here to talk about today? Eureka Entertainment has announced their May releases. This is May of 2021. And there are two very exciting titles in there for fans of Hong Kong cinema, for fans of martial arts cinema. I have a full list of the stuff that is going to be on those releases, the bonus features, the specifications, etc. So I'm going to tell you about those titles, and I'm going to tell you what's on there. This is going to be a fun video, I hope. One of these titles is really, really exciting for me. And I'll talk more about that when I get to it. And then the other one is just like a classic movie that everyone should see. So it's win-win for everybody, right? Okay, so first up, and I just have this up on my computer because this was just announced and I did not memorize everything that is on these releases. So I will be reading to you from my computer, so it'll be like story time. The OneArmed Boxer. This movie stars Jimmy Wang Yu. It was released in 1971. So that's very early. If you know about the history of like the modern kind of like martial arts film, we're really looking at like 1966, 1967 with Come Drink With Me and The One-Armed Swordsman really being kind of like this ground, like, well, maybe not ground zero, but like kind of this watershed moment for the modernization of the martial arts film, right? So this is only 4 or 5 years after. This is a very early film, and this is a classic movie. And if you haven't seen it, you got to go get it, and you got to see it. So let's see what's on here. And these are releasing, I should also say, they're coming out the same day, which is the 24th of May, 2021. And these are Region B releases because Eureka is a UK company. So here we go. Special features. There's a limited edition O-card slipcase featuring new artwork by Darren Wheeling. Limited edition reversible poster featuring new and original artwork, and those are both limited to the first 2,000 copies of the release. There's a 1080p presentation on Blu-ray from a new restoration from the original film elements, which is a worldwide debut of this specific restoration on home video. Original Mandarin with English audio options, optional English subtitles, brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert Frank Zhang of the New York Asian Film Festival. So if you saw my review of the Throwdown Blu-ray, which was released by Eureka, which I have behind me right there, I believe, the Johnny To film, I think it's that one. Frank Zhang has a really great audio commentary on that one too, so I'm excited for his commentary on this one. Stills Gallery original trailer and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writings by James Oliver and archival writings. And that, like the cover, is limited to, the slipcase rather, is limited to 2,000 copies. So also coming out on May 24th of 2021 from Eureka is Time and Tide. This is a very important movie for me. This is a Choi Hark film, and it came out in 2000. I was 17 in 2000. At that point, the only Hong Kong films I had seen were some Jackie Chan stuff. So I had seen First Strike, Operation Condor, obviously Rush Hour, right? Which I guess is not a Hong Kong movie. It's an American movie, but Jackie Chan is in it. And I had seen, I believe I had seen Rumble in the Bronx, and like a couple of the other ones that were distributed by Miramax that were like available on VHS in the 90s, like widely available. And then I had seen Fallen Angels, the Wong Kar-wai film. And in 2000, I don't think I had seen, I think In the Mood for Love was widely released in the US in 2001, even though I think it came out in 2000, right? So I hadn't seen that yet. So I think I had only seen like a handful of Hong Kong films. So my parents used to get the New York Times every day, and I would go through the movie section, and I would read all the movie reviews, and I would look at all the movie posters, and I would kind of try to figure out like what I wanted to see, right? And I read a review of this film, Time and Tide, and I was like, this movie sounds totally crazy. Like, I should definitely see this, right? And I was aware that Asian action films had like a reputation, right? Because you'd see, like, I'd see the Takeshi Kitano films at the video store, and like, they had like the glowing reviews on them, and I know that people really like those films. And like The Killer and Hard Boiled, I remember seeing, I didn't see those at that point. I'd seen the American John Woo films. I didn't see those movies until a couple years later. But I knew that those had a reputation, right? So I read about this movie, and I was like, this movie sounds completely insane. Like, I need to see this. And knowing that Asian action films had this reputation, and the Matrix had just come out like the year before, and that movie blew me away, and we all know how influenced that is by Kung Fu films and John Woo and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I got to see this movie. So it came out on VHS, and I watched it, and I like blew my mind, and I was like, what is going on? This movie is insane and amazing. And that really was like the first Hong Kong action film I saw, if you don't count Jackie Chan, which, and Jackie Chan is kind of like his own thing, you know what I mean? But in terms of like the whole, like John Woo, the Chow Yun-fat, Ringo Lam, like all that whole world of thrillers and action films from Hong Kong, like Johnny To, that's probably my favorite, like kind of subgenre of Hong Kong films or genre, other than the Jackie stuff, right? And that was really my introduction to that world, was seeing that film time and tide. And so coming out on Blu-ray from Eureka, I'm so excited about this. Like I said, May 24th, and I'm going to read you what's on the release here. So there is also a limited edition O-card slipcase featuring new artwork from Darren Wheeling, and that's 2,000 copies. 1080p presentation on Blu-ray for the first time in the UK. So remember, this is a UK company. Cantonese, Mandarin, and English audio options, all presented in 5.1 DTS HDMA. Optional English subtitles, optional English SDH, brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert Frank Zhang, which again, pretty excited to hear. Feature-length audio commentary by writer, producer, and director Choi Hark, which I'm really excited to hear, so that should be awesome. There's nothing better to me than a commentary track by the person who made the movie. Like the Francis Ford Coppola commentary tracks on Apocalypse Now are like, it's like going to film school. Like Francis Ford Coppola, if you've ever seen interviews with him, he's extremely articulate, and he has an amazing memory, and he speaks so specifically and clearly about his films. And like in the Apocalypse Now commentary track, he talks about how, the Ride of the Valkyrie sequence, he sent that to Kurosawa to ask him for notes on it. And that's just like mind-blowing to me, to think about Kurosawa watching Apocalypse Now and being like, oh, maybe you could do this. Like, it's just, anyway. So I'm really excited for the Choi Hart commentary track. Like I said, I love commentary tracks by people who made the films, or even people who were involved in the making, like actors and stuff like that, because they were actually there and they can tell you what their experience was like. Original trailer and then limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writings by Chinese language film expert and author Stephen To, or Teo? Tao, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Last name is spelled Teo. So, and that's limited to the first 2,000 copies. So there you go. New releases from Eureka Entertainment on Blu-ray coming out of the UK May 24th of 2021. The OneArmed Boxer, Time and Tide. This is an amazing announcement. This combined with the fact that 88 Films just announced those Cat 3 films, the Category 3 films they're releasing. And we already know that Snake and the Eagle Shadow is coming out. The Lucky Stars trilogy is coming out. The Wong Kar-wai box set is coming out in 2021. And then we also have Armor of God. I mean, this is going to be a ridiculous year for home releases for people who love Hong Kong films, action films, martial arts films. 88 is putting out more Van Damme films. It's a really exciting time to be a fan and to be a collector. My name is Will. This is Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.